day everyone. So for today, we're going to have a discussion about the strategies for the development of emergent literacy skills and teaching resources. So at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to first recognize what emergent literacy is, second, appreciate the importance of emergent literacy, and third is to demonstrate teaching strategies that promote literacy. To start with, there are several definitions of emergent literacy according to Clay, that stages of development as he or she grows, according to Till, that own initiative of a child to reading and writing, and third is according to Salisbury, the development of knowledge. Now let's first have a deeper understanding of the definition of emergent literacy according to Marie Clay 1996, who was the first one who used the term emergent literacy. Emergent literacy is based on an assumption that a child requires some knowledge about a language, reading and writing even before attending any formal education. So, Marie Clay was a renowned educational psychologist who developed the concept of emergent literacy. It emphasizes the early signs of literacy development in young children, focusing on their understanding of written and spoken language before formal instruction. Clay's work has had a significant impact on early childhood education and literacy interventions.
Now, let us move on to another definition of emergent literacy according to Till 1982. Viewed literacy as the result of children's involvement in reading activities facilitated by literate adults. All children who come to school already have certain experiences and interest in learning. Till 1987. Thus refers to competencies and literate skills in early childhood. This tells us that literacy is developed through children's engagement in reading activities guided by adults who are literate themselves. It highlights the idea that when children enter school, they already possess certain experiences and interests that contribute to their learning. This notion of literacy in early childhood refers to the abilities and skills related to reading and writing. Next is Salisbury 1991. Defines literacy as the reading and writing behavior of young children that proceed and develop into conventional literacy. In simpler terms, it refers to the early stages of a child's ability to read and write before they acquire more advanced skills. These initial behaviors serves as the foundation for the development of conventional literacy.
Because of this definition, the emergent literacy is now defined as a term that is used to explain a child's knowledge of reading and writing skills before they learn how to read and write words. It signals a belief that in a literate society, young children, even 1 or 2 years old, are in the process of becoming illiterate. Refers to the early stage of a child development of reading and writing skills, even before they formally learn how to read and write words. It recognizes that children are constantly immersed in illiterate environment and are actively learning about language and print from a very young age. This concept suggests that illiteracy development begins long before a child starts school and encompasses various aspects such as vocabulary, phonological awareness, and understanding of print conventions. By acknowledging emergent literacy, we understand that children are naturally curious about written language and engage activity that promote their early literacy skills. For example, when a toddler scribbles on a piece of paper, they are experimenting with writing. When they point to picture in a book and name objects, they are developing vocabulary print awareness. Understanding emergent literacy can help parents and educators create supported environments that foster children's love for reading and writing by engaging children in literacy experience such as reading aloud, singing songs, and playing games that involves letters and sounds. We can enhance their image literacy skills and a set strong foundation for future reading and writing success. And this time, let us discuss the strategies for development of emerged literacy skills. First, pictures and objects. Second, sounds. Third, letters and words. And last, read aloud experiences.
Strategies for the development of emergent literacy skills. First, we have the pictures and objects. Teaching with objects offers a direct tactile experience for students. Educational research over the past 50 years has clearly established that hands-on learning is a rewarding, essential experience for all learners. This strategy recognizes that individuals, especially children, often comprehend and retain information more effectively when they engage with tangible objects. By interacting with physical materials, students activate multiple senses, promoting a deeper understanding of concepts. Hands-on learning not only caters to a diverse learner styles but also fosters a sense of curiosity, exploration, and active participation in the learning process, contributing to a more holistic and effective educational experience for students. A powerful way to facilitate concept learning and excellent means to enhance student sensory literacy. The inclusion of pictures and objects enhances sensory literacy as children engage with visual stimuli and, in some cases, tactile experiences. This multisensory approach supports a broader range of learning style, making literacy activities more accessible and effective. Next, offers latitude for shaping lessons to students' interests and needs. By incorporating familiar and engaging visuals, teachers can capture children's attentions and create a more relevant and relatable learning environment. This customization contributes to a positive and motivating educational experience. Next, allow students to work cooperatively. Students can discuss and explore image together, promoting communication and teamwork. Cooperative activities involving objects such as sorting or matching foster social skills and shared problem solving. Arouses curiosity. Pictures and objects naturally capture children's curiosity and imagination. Colorful illustration, interactive images, and hands-on materials engage their interest and encourage exploration. This curiosity-driven approach makes emergent literacy activities more enjoyable, fostering a positive attitude towards reading and learning.
Good morning, classmates. For today, I am here to discuss about sounds as one of the strategies for the development of emergent literary skills. Sounds. This early learning is the beginning of a child's awareness of sound and one of the foundation blocks for communication through speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And in addition to that, the awareness of the sounds that make up words is critical to being able to blend sounds together for later reading and segmenting words into sounds for later spelling. Children start to develop this early decoding ability in early childhood. And the ability to decode words is strongly reliant on children having strong phonological awareness skills, which are a gateway into letter sound knowledge. So meaning, possessing a high level of phonological awareness is that the capacity to comprehend the relationships between words, the way that sounds form words, and the ability to rearrange sounds to form new words. And lastly, early phonics knowledge is the key to starting to decode written words, and children can use phonics knowledge to sound out words. And if you can see, class, in this slide, it is a representation of sound as one of the strategies for the development of emergent literary skills.
Literacy and words. This instruction should include activities in which children learn to identify name letters and words. Children learn letters names by singing songs such as the alphabet song and by reciting rhymes. They learn letter shape as they play with blocks, plastic letters, and alphabetic books. So in this slide, in order for children to learn to identify name letters and words, there are several activities that can be engaging and effective. One such activity is singing songs, such as the alphabet song. Singing helps children associate the sound of letters with their corresponding names, making it easier for them to recognize and remember the letters. Reciting rhymes is another activity that helps children learn letter names. Rhymes often contain repetitive sound and pattern, which can help children recognize the distinct sound of letters. So by reciting rhymes, children can become familiar with the name and sounds of letters in a fun and memorable way. Playing with blocks and plastic letters is a hands-on activity that allows children to explore letter shapes. They can manipulate the blocks or letters to form different words or spell their names. This activity helps children develop fine motor skills and visual recognition of letters and shapes. Using alphabet books is another effective way for children to learn letter names and shapes. These books often have colorful illustrations and engaging stories that feature each letter of the alphabet. So, by reading and interacting with alphabet books, children can associate letters with words and images. Word building exercises. Keywords. Musical words, claiming words, classifying words, making alphabet books, illustrating, finding words everywhere. Word walls, word books. So in this slide, musical words refer to words that are related to music or sound. This word can include musical terms such as melody, harmony, rhythm, and tempo. They can also include words that describe the emotion and feelings that music evokes, such as soothing, uplifting, or energizing. Claiming words. Claiming words are words that assert or declare something to be true or valid. These words are used to make statements or arguments, and they often express a strong conviction or belief. Examples of claiming words include assert, declare, state, affirm, and proclaim. Next is classifying words. Classifying words are words that are used to categorize or classify objects, ideas, or concepts. These words help us organize and make sense of the world around us. Examples of classifying words include classify, categorize, sort, group, and organize. Making alphabet books. Making alphabet books is a fun and educational activity where children or students create a book that features each letter of the alphabet. For each letter, they choose a word that starts with the letter and create a page or illustration to go along with it. So this activity helps children learn the alphabet, develop vocabulary, and practice their writing and illustrating skills. Illustrating. Illustrating refers to the act of creating visual representation or drawing to accompany or enhance a text or idea. Illustration can be found in books, magazine, website, and other forms of media. They help to convey information, tell a story, or captures the reader's attention. Finding words. Finding words everywhere means actively looking for words in our surroundings in everyday life. This can involve paying attention to signs, advertisements, labels, books, or any written text we come across. By actively searching for words, we can expand our vocabulary, improve our reading skills, and become more aware of the power of language. Word walls. Word walls are the common teaching tool used in classroom to display and reinforce vocabulary words.
Okay, this slide says that studies have shown that the larger a child's vocabulary, the quicker they will learn to read. as they are familiar with more of words they will encounter. So in short, this statement suggests that there is a positive relationship between the size of the child's vocabulary and the reading ability. In other words, children who have a larger vocabulary tend to learn to read more quickly compared to those with smaller vocabulary. Because the more the child hear or encounter a word, the more the child familiarize and understand it. Also, in this slide says that having a broader vocabulary than others has a various advantage, such as develop larger vocabularies and became better readers and perform better in schools. Once the child knows how to read, it allows the child to encounter more words that can broaden his or her vocabulary. It involves recognizing and understanding each words, and it allows them to recognize and understand more words they will encounter in written text. And as a result, they can read more fluently and comprehend the meaning of the text more easily.
Dela's strategies for the development of emergent literacy skills is read aloud experience. In read aloud experience, it is a practice where adults read text aloud to children, such as stories, poems, or informational books. This practice is important for the development of emergent literacy skills in young children. It refers to the behaviors and skills that children acquire before they learn to read and write conventionally. By engaging in read aloud activities, children are exposed to language, vocabulary, and different types of text. It helps them to develop listening skills, comprehensions, and understanding of how language works. It also sparks their interest in books and reading, which is crucial for their overall literacy development. Why read aloud is considered as a strategy for the development of emergent literacy skills? Because it helps children make connections between spoken and written language. It supports their language development, build their vocabulary, enhance their understanding of story structures and narrative elements. Teaching resources such as books, audio recordings, or digital platforms play a vital role in implementing read aloud activities. These resources provide a wide range of texts that capture the different interests and reading levels. It is important to choose engaging and age-appropriate books that capture children's attentions and promote their love for readings.
So according to an article on reading aloud from Reading Rockets, reading out loud to children is foundational to literacy development. Research demonstrates that it's one of the most powerful activities when it comes to ensuring success in literacy. So the bullets that were mentioned in the next slide were also the benefits of reading aloud experiences in the children. So first, we have read stories to students out loud. Students were able to identify behaviors associated with effective listening. So read alouds are lovely and cozy times for young children. And at the same time, they are an important way of supporting emergent literacy. Read alouds help young readers and writers love books and stories while also building vocabulary, prior knowledge, and skills. Read alouds also familiarize students with concept of print that can go a long way towards sending them on the road to becoming proficient readers and writers as they grow older. Next one is social communication about the book afterwards helps promote language learning and development, and this is according to Jalong 2010. So reading aloud helps with everyday speech, vocabulary, and language patterns. It exposes students to new words rather than relying on vocabulary lessons that take new words out of context. Reading aloud builds vocabulary in a much more natural and applicable way. So this practice engages various language skills such as reading, writing, pronunciation, speaking, and fluency, thereby aiding learners in becoming more proficient. Firstly, reading aloud is beneficial for pronunciation also. It provides an opportunity to utter words with proper intonation, manner, and place of articulation. So the next one is
reading a variety of texts out loud, students can use their inquisitiveness to ask questions and be a problem solvers by predicting solutions. So reading aloud also builds a young child's knowledge about the world around them and exposes children to diverse cultures and experiences. And to add that, shared stories combined with conversation about those stories can help children develop a social and emotional skills such as empathy, understanding big emotions, and be a problem solvers. So problem solving is at the heart of critical thinking, and when you read or the children read, you will see how characters solve the problems they face. You will also be thinking about a character's problem and possible solutions before you find out what the character does. So that is how the children can be a problem solvers. So the next one is reading aloud as part of your daily routine helps children to first hear language or their listening skills. So one of the best way to help children build a listening skills or to hear languages is by providing them with a rich vocabulary in the early years of child development. Listening or hearing can also help to develop language skills and prepares the listener to understand written words. And there's an essential connection between saying a word. The next one is discover the way language works. So it grows a language skills as it may say. So it bridges the way for discussing difficult topics, grows a language skills, create cherished memories, teaches social skills, develops problem and solving abilities. And to add that, the more words children hear, the more they develop their language skills. Reading aloud to kids at an early age sets them up for academic success, and so on. And the next one is learn about the world. So, learn about the world, meaning they have also this cognitive development in their surroundings. So reading can help stimulate a child's brain and promote cognitive development, including improve memory and critical thinking skills. So the best about reading aloud to children is they develop their imagination, of course. So they develop their creativity, improve imagination, and cultivating a lifelong love of reading. It improves young children naturally have a capacity to improve their creativity by reading them aloud. A literacy. So the next one is become familiar with letters and sound. So this practice engages various language skills such as reading, writing, pronunciation, speaking, and fluency, thereby aiding learners in becoming more proficient. So that's how it works, the read aloud experiences.
But before ending this presentation, I would like to leave a quotation to you from Kofi Annan that says, "Literacy is a bridge from misery to hope." That is all for today. I hope you learned a lot from us, and thank you so much for listening.